I will describe myself as a young Christian woman. My faith plays a very important role in my identity. It makes me who I am today. It has shaped me, it has shaped my morals, my values.
I'm loving, I'm caring. What am I?
The last of the best.
I'm a high achieving student in school. I like to be open-minded. I like to study about the world and science.
I'm Luis Pearl. I am Asian, Filipino. I'm not American. Well, naturalized.
My name is Michelle Kong. My parents are from Guangzhou, China. They immigrated here in 1980.
My name is Moses Verno, and I'm also the writer and creator of the web series Money and Violence.
Especially in this generation, it's really important to keep true to who you are. And my faith has helped me along the way, all these struggles.
This is where I'm from. Not saying this is where I'm from, actually. This right here, those 1, 2, 3 island groups. That's the Philippines.
I'm a bit aggressive sometimes.
Men are known to be very dominant, and they take, most of the time, they take the leadership positions, and they're the head, and they're calling all the shots. And I think women are perceived as submissive and weak and supposed to obey what the men say.
They're aggressive, they're supposed to make lots of money, more intelligent than women in certain fields as far as math and science.
Being a man, being tough, being strong, being brawny, being masculine.
They expect a man to be strong and like to eat out pain and like not take pain or cry. They expect it to not cry at all. They expect it to be all strong and big.
And for females?
For females, they expect females to be feminine, caretakers of men, and they expect them to help men with house duties.
They're submissive, they can cook.
Your whole life, you're taught as a boy that if something happens, you fall on the ground, you get hurt, you cry, shake it off, walk it off. You're okay. And as a girl, when they get hurt, you coddle them, you make sure that they're okay, you make sure that they're doing fine and everything like that. But there's a difference because we're taught as men to be these warriors, and it takes away from the emotional side of things, and it takes away from it being okay to be in touch with your emotional side.
She had Barbies, she had dolls. Yeah, I think she had Cabbage Patch dolls, things like that.
Did you buy her any type of boy toy, like Legos or Nerf guns?
No.
Why is that?
I fed into the stereotype, I guess. She never asked for them. I never introduced her to anything like that.
Why didn't you introduce her to that?
Because I guess I figured she wouldn't be interested in it because she is a girl.
Me as an individual, I'm very independent. I stay true to myself, and I will never let a man tell me what to do or try to be more dominant over me, because I know what I can do, and I know my abilities. So I'm not gonna let someone tell me that I can't do those.
I can sit down and talk to you about what it takes to be a man all the way throughout, but there's certain teaching points in life that every kid goes through or every child goes through that helps enable them to become a true man. And if no one's there to help point that out to them, then they'll always walk around being a boy.
I used to work for a company, and I remember we were going through training, and one of my supervisors walked into the training room during our break, and he had an afro wig on. And he was like, you guys are gonna love this. And he started playing the theme song, The Good Times. And I got up and I left. And I thought that was so offensive, you know, because at the end of the day, I had someone tell me once, if you think you've never been discriminated against, you have to ask yourself this question: would this person or would these people have done this if I wasn't black? And that's what a lot of us don't realize. That's discriminatory. If the only reason you're doing it is because I'm black, then that's discrimination. That's treating me differently because of my color.
There are many stereotypes. I would say about 5. The top 5 is black people liking chicken. That's number 1. Number 2, all black people are thugs. 3, white people are like school shooters. The 4th, white people commit suicide when they're depressed with their lives and they're all rich. And the 5th one is all Hispanics are being called spics.
Because I'm Chinese, people assume that I can speak to all Chinese people out there.
Because I am black, I need to work 15 times harder than the next person.
Because we're Asians, people expect us to take pictures like this.
It's untrue beliefs about an individual based on like their nationality, where they come from.
Most stereotypes are pretty true if you think about it. That's why they're prevalent in society.
I think racism is misplaced hate. And it's, to me, it's something that has no basis, because a lot of people, due to racism, hate people that they've never met, that they've never encountered a day in their life, but I also think that racism is a behavior that is taught. And everything from media to the experiences that we have in our regular life. You know, it's obvious that it still exists. It's sad that it still exists, but unfortunately, that's the world that we live in.
People have to act white because that's how society wants them to act, because they feel like they don't understand black people, and they never will understand black people. So they just think black people automatically are born with the mindset of being ghetto. So they want black people to act white so that they feel like they're civilized. In a way, to talk white, yeah, I have to, because if I don't reach their standards, they're not gonna allow me to like work in their places, and they're not gonna take me because of who I am and where I come from. And it affects other people. It affects blacks and Latinos in their own communities, because if they don't act a certain way, they're not gonna get any jobs. They're gonna be looked at as less of a human because they don't speak a certain way.
When we say a white person that talks slang and is trying to act black, it's a huge stereotype. It's a type that basically, to be educated is to be white, and to be non-educated is to be black. And that goes from society, that goes from the media, that goes from just the way this culture was built off of, the way America was built off of, the way everything that has set us up in society has established us to think that white is proper and black is negative.
Well, when people see me as a black person, you're supposed to be loud or speak a certain way or act urban or like hood or whatever. And I'm not like that. So people tell me I act white or I'm an Oreo, and that really confuses me, because I think there shouldn't be any criteria to anyone, like how you're supposed to act according to your race. I think there should be no like correlation of how, if you're white, you're supposed to act a certain way, if you're black, you're supposed to act a certain way, if you're Latino, you're supposed to act a certain way. And I think that's something that I've grown to accept, that I'm not gonna live up to their stereotypical expectations of how I'm supposed to act as I'm black. I'm not gonna live up to that. I'm just gonna be me and be true to myself. And if this is who I am, that's who I am, and I need to accept that.